My name's Caroline and I've been diagnosed with early onset of Alzheimer's. We live on the edge of the Yorkshire Dales, near Skipton.
It's a slow pace of life. It's nothing like being in the city. Quite the opposite. It's very, very rural.
I'd started a new job and it was just up the road, and I was really, really pleased to get a job that was so close. All I can say is that I was unable to do the job. I mean, it's a really horrible thing, you know. I got there and I've always written stuff down. That's the way I do it. Lots of people do that. But this guy was just sort of saying, it was the MD, you know, and he was saying, well, you don't need to write it down, you know. And of course I did. I mean, now I know why. It was awful. Honestly, I really didn't know what was going on.
But at first it was more of a shock thing, wasn't it? We didn't quite know, like, what next. Oh, dear.
It's only 3 years ago or something, isn't it? This is the trouble, you see. I'm too young. I'm too young to have Alzheimer's.
Things you're finding difficult are planning and timing stuff.
Yes, but we've got lots of whiteboards. Yes, or Tony might even email me, you know, say post letter.
Yeah, or ring you to remind you or something.
Yes.
In many ways it's a shared disease, isn't it? Yeah, you know, it's just misfortune if one of you gets it. It could have been me, just as easily.
I put an advert in the Sunday Times and Tony happened to put one in around the same time. And the first date we had, Tony turned up in an old jacket, no money.
It was a test.
Yes. I grew up in Canterbury, and that was around then when I started being really interested in music. I went to Guildford University, where I actually wanted to be a recording person, but they sort of said, oh, women can't do that. I managed to get into the BBC on its intake in 1977. But I've always sung in choirs. Well, I love it. It's the ultimate team exercise, isn't it? I mean, you can sing on your own, but to sing in a choir is really quite something, you know. It is sometimes difficult to fill my time, you know, and I am a lot of, you know, I am alone quite often, which is why it's good going to, you know, on the walks and things like that. For me, it's for me to exercise, meet people. I mean, you know, I've got a lovely house here, but I can't just sit here on my own. Get on with it, really.
To live for the day, I think, is very much what we do as a man. You know, we just live for the day because we don't know how the future's going to pan out exactly.